Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to discuss how to create the relationships between the tables in our inventory details software. So what we have here is our question set number 33. It's based on the earlier center database question which we made before. So our first question is record the relationship between user and user type, between user and gender, then record the relationship between user and system login, record the relationship between user and address, record the relationship between address and city, record the relationship between product and brand, record the relationship between user and GRN, record the relationship between GRN and GRN item, note the relationship between GRN item and product in the ER diagram, record the relationship between GRN item and stock on the ER diagram, record the relationship between user and invoice in the ER diagram, note the relationship between invoice and invoice item in the ER diagram, record the relationship between invoice item and stock in the ER diagram. So basically these are all the questions for question set video number 33. Let's answer these questions in our MySQL Workbench software by creating the relevant relationships for this. So for our first question, we have they're asking us to record the relationship between user and the user type. So we have the user and the user type table here. So between the user and user type table, we have a one-to-many relationship. So it's starting from our user table. So here we have connected our user type ID and we've taken the many details into our user table. So then next we have our second question. So the relationship between the user and the gender. So we have a user table here and we have a gender table. So we have got a foreign key or a gender ID here, and then we have that recorded here as a one-to-many relationship. So one-to-many, and then after that the user and the system login. The user and the system login will be a many to one relationship. So basically we'll be having the system login here, and then we'll be having the user details taken from there. Next, the fourth relationship, user and address. The user and address will also be a one-to-many relationship starting from the user table. So yeah, fifth question, record the relationship between address and city. The address and city will also have a similar one-to-many relationship here. So the many details from the city will be taken to the single address table. Alright, so then that's our fifth question. Then our sixth one, the product and brand. So we have our product table here, and our brand will have the smaller details of our product. So we can just take the brand ID here directly. So that will also be a one-to-many relationship starting from the product table. Then next we have our seventh question, record the relationship between user and GRN in the ER diagram. So we have our user here and we have our GRN. So basically the GRN will store data of our user. So basically it's a one-to-many relationship starting from our GRN table. Yes. So then our next question, the GRN and GRN item. So the GRN and GRN item once again will have the GRN will be a one-to-many relationship storing the data of the GRN item in it. So that is the answer for that question. And next, know the relationship between GRN item and product. Yeah, so GRN item and we have the product here. So yeah, we have the product and the product ID here. So basically the many details which are here in this product table are taken to one. So it's a one-to-many relationship starting from the GRN item to the product table. So yes, next we have the relationship between GRN and stock. So GRN item and stock, so that's also a similar relationship, one-to-many starting from the GRN table to the stock table. Then the user and the invoice. So basically the invoice will be having the user details of whoever purchased it. So basically that's a one-to-many relationship starting from the invoice ID. So it will be having one data, one ID to store this many data here. Then question number 12, the relationship between invoice and invoice item. The invoice items will be having the invoice ID, so that's also one-to-many relationship. So it will have the details of the invoice inside the invoice item table, so that's one-to-many. And then question number 13, record the relationship between invoice item and stock in the ER diagram. So we have the invoice item table here and we have stock. So basically the stock information will be taking it here and we'll be having it here in our invoice item table. So this is again a one-to-many relationship starting from our invoice item table to our stock table, where all these details are represented by the foreign key stock_stock ID. So basically that is it for this video on how to form our relationships between these links in the table. I hope this is helpful for you on how to create relationships between tables in your database as well. Thank you for watching.